Hey everybody, this is a quick and easy way to make some lower in fat hot wings. And if you don't have a barbecue, if you live in an area where you can't have one, or if you're inside and you don't want to roast them or bake them in the oven because it's summertime and it's extremely hot right now, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and add probably maybe this is like a third cup or maybe a half cup of water. You're going to have probably a pound and a half of your wings, your winglets, whatever you want to call them. And just for cross-contamination, you want to be careful that you don't get nothing on here. Well, everything's going to basically be cooked, so right now this don't matter. Because everything on the board is going to go in the pan. So I rinsed these really good and washed them. You're going to stick them all in here because you know what? You could have some tomorrow. I'm going to wash my hands. And I'm going to go ahead and let these cook a bit until the water evaporates. And boom! It's almost evaporated, and you're going to keep on letting it cook, and I'm back. I just wanted to save, the time because I'm just going to let it boil until it reduces as far as the liquid in the pan. And yeah, so these are Thai chilies. I left a few unchopped just so you know what they look like. When you get them in the produce department, they're going to be green if they're not dried. So these were actually green Thai chilies, and they dry up pretty quickly if you just leave them out. And that's what I do because they work just as good as when they get a little bit dry. And they don't get soft, they don't wilt, you don't have to hang them as far as my experience with them. And I've been cooking with them for a while. So if you leave them in a bundle or, just put them in like a little basket that has like ventilation and just set them out, on the counter and just leave them out, they'll just dry up nice and dry. They never get, mildew, or they never get soft like jalapenos and stuff like that. So this is what they look like after they dry out, but usually they're green and you may get maybe sometimes a red one. And then I put probably a good amount. Probably this is going to be some good spicy wings. I put about maybe about 12 or 13. And then you could put more, you could put less. It depends on your heat tolerance. And this is how I'm making it. I suggest you try it with the Thai chilies. Don't try it with anything else because of the flavor. It has a different flavor. Serranos are good for spice, but this is going to give it a whole different flavor. So it does matter to me. I'm going to put those in there. Oh, whoops. I'm going to hit it with some sea salt. And this is simple. Ooh, I need to get some more of that. And I don't want too much salt anyways because I'm going to be putting this in there and it has a lot of sodium in it. And then so does the butter. So I'm going to put some cracked black and white pepper. Just a tad because we don't want to over pepper it. And then a tad of the peppercorn melody. Just a tiny bit. Depending on how much you like pepper, you could do without using both of them. Or you could just use black pepper. The pepper, as far as the cracked black pepper and white pepper and the pepper melody, it doesn't really matter. You could just use, regular table pepper as far as in the sprinkle thing. Or you could use, your grinder or whatever you got. Whatever you got on hand. So, I'm going to let this cook for a minute like this before I add this. And we're going to give it a stir. Just let that heat get mixed up and stuff like that. And I'm going to let it reduce some more, and I'll be back when it reduces to where it's almost dry in the pan. Alright, so when I put the half cup, maybe third cup water into the pan in the very beginning, it took about a good maybe 5 to 10, maybe 7 to 10 minutes to reduce. And then I still have a little bit here in the bottom. So altogether, this has been cooking probably a good 18 to 20 minutes. So you want to make sure your cooking's always, you know, cooked good. Because now we're going to go ahead and add our butter. So right now I'm low carb, so butter is okay for me. A little bit of fat. And then that's when I'm going to go in with the sriracha. And I'm not going to be skimping on the sriracha. I'm going to just do this. I'm just going to use the rest of it because I probably had probably about that much. Probably like a third in here as far as this bottle. And this is a 9-ounce bottle. So a third of 9 ounces, I guess. Come on, baby, get every last drip. We're not wasting nothing around here. No, I'm playing. Alright, we got it done, baby. Now what we gotta do is wait for the goodness to come out. Okay, so basically, you know, it's like you got some good liquid in here, and it's basically marinating, and it's cooking at the same time. And I'm going for like a oven roasted look as far as the outside. It's not gonna be completely red like Hot Wheels. It's gonna have like just a nice color to it when I'm done. And yeah. Okay, you're gonna want to make sure everything's good and mixed. And once again, be careful with your sodium because, you know, everybody knows sriracha has a lot of sodium in it, and also, or a good amount. And then also, my butter, I don't think it's unsalted. It's Kerrygold, but I think I got the salted one. So I used about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of that. And I do recommend the butter instead of olive oil or avocado oil because it does give it the flavor. This is all about the flavor that this, you know, all of it combined together, what it's gonna bring out. And yeah, so I'm gonna let this cook for a bit and let it reduce again, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So see how the liquid is reducing, and it's kind of becoming a sauce now. Basically, you know, it's thickening up. If you have too much liquid in your pan or sauce and you don't want it that saucy, you could always, you know, strain some out if you want. But I don't, because this works perfect for me. So see how they're kind of sticking now? Don't add no oil, don't add no extra butter if you have that issue. My pan has just been used over and over again, so if you use a really good, newer, non-stick pan, which I'm going to be upgrading again pretty soon here, I'm just getting my use out of this one. So basically, right here where it heats up and it heats the whole pan, that's the only place I get that because of, after using it over time, the non-stick in the area where it actually heats the pan, it kind of, you know, starts getting old. So it doesn't do that in the middle or on the side though. So anyways, yeah. So these have been cooking for a good 25 minutes maybe, because I actually paused the video and I took time to cut up some vegetables because I'm going to be eating this with just a leftover avocado, because I put half of it in my my breakfast drink this morning, my low carb breakfast drink. So I'm using the rest of that up, and some cucumber, the rest of my cucumber that I had for a salad yesterday, and just some tomatoes. And this is going to be my dinner. Alright, so this is how it should be looking. Ooh, one tried to get away. Get back in there. And just so they're fully cooked, I'm going to go ahead and let it go for an extra maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And this is how it's going to be looking after you let it reduce, after putting in your sriracha and your butter. And these, believe me, with the Thai chili in here and the sriracha and the butter, it's going to have a great taste. And these are going to be spicy. Now these are going to be a good spiciness level. I've already eaten them this way. I came up with this because I love Thai chilies, and I love dipping my wings when I get them just oven baked. in sriracha. So I put this all together and it came out good, and I've been doing it ever since. And so for me, I'm going to add a little bit more cracked black pepper, and mine's the white and black. And you know what, I'm just telling you right now, this white and black mixture for any type of beef and chicken, especially beef, the white pepper, especially ground beef for tacos, try the white pepper out. It just gives it a unique taste, and it just brings it up a notch, if you ask me. For meat, it's really good on meat for some reason. All right. Okay, see that's what you want. It looks kind of like, that's the butter right there. That's how it starts cooking when you're you get into the point to where you should stop cooking or turn it down. So there we go. I guess basically it's some type of caramelization technique in a way, without sugar, because it got that caramel look. Like if you see when you cook caramel, it gets that look to it. If anybody's ever made like caramel candy or made their own caramel for like some ice cream or something. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these set for a minute, and I'm gonna actually cook them on low for a bit, just because I want to make sure they're done to the bone, and I'm just that way with chicken. Rather be safe than sorry. So I will be back when I plate it up. All right, everybody, they're finished. And yeah, so you know how long to cook a wing to make sure it's completely done to the bone. And I'm just overly cautious as far as working with chicken and cooking with chicken. And this is my wings. So these are my Thai chili, I guess, spicy wings. Thai chili sriracha. And if you want, you could like squeeze a little bit of lime on them or some lemon, however you like it. And sometimes I do actually add lemon zest to the pan. You know, it's optional. You don't have to. Or green onion. But right now I'm out. But I don't do it all the time anyways. So anyways, this is my dinner. And these are really amazing. They're spicy. And let me taste one for you guys, because I'm dying to bite into one. They're pretty hot right now. Let me see. And they're not going to be crunchy. Mmm. Fully done. Bomb. Spicy. You got your taste. Everything you're looking for. And once again, they're not going to be crispy. They're just going to be finger looking good. Try it out. And I'll see you guys in my next upload for the weekend. And yeah.